Hey guys. Okay, wow. My face might look a little red and blotchy because soldiers coming home and surprising their kids videos get me every time, so my face might be a little red. I'm pregnant, I'm emotional. It is what it is. Anyway, so I'm going to take these out. I'm going to do an update on Jack, and I'm really excited to do his update. This video could get challenging. I don't know. He's being good right now, so we'll see. My husband's with the other kiddos, so fingers crossed we can maybe actually get this done. I did ask Instagram and Facebook. If you guys are not following us on Instagram, it is the Killin Clan. Just go follow us, and I ask a lot of questions over there, and I post pretty much daily on Instagram. So even if you can't get updates from us via YouTube, if we go 2 or 3 days and don't post, you can always get updates on Instagram. So that's pretty cool. Also follow us on Facebook. Same thing, the Killin Clan. Super easy to find. So I'm going to go to my Facebook people first, okay? I'm just gonna go to my Facebook people first because I try really hard to give my Facebook people priority and my Instagram people, y'all. I'm telling ya, like, oh my goodness. I wonder if I turned this so it's not like in the corner, if the lighting would suck less. Maybe. And we got some Grover twins right here keeping us company, so he's entertained. We're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna see. Again, excuse this, no makeup, and I've just been crying from watching emotional videos. So Jack turned 2 years old on May 19th. I know a lot of you guys have heard me mentioning about developmental delay, about general speech delays, and those types of things. So before I delve into the questions, because I did glance at them a little bit ago, and a lot of them are just general update type of questions. So Jack is 2 and he is not talking a whole lot. You can hear him in the background right now making noises, going whoa, whoa, you know, that type of thing. And that is mostly what he does. However, he is in therapy. He's in therapy once a week, and she comes to our house and she is amazing. And she does a really good job with him. And in the last month, his vocabulary has gone from absolutely zero words to probably about 10. So now he has about 10 words that he says consistently. Now, the words are not perfect. They're not clear as you would think they should be. For instance, one of his favorite words is cow, but it comes out ow, ow, instead of the k sound at the beginning. And he does that with a lot of his words. We're noticing he's missing the first sound of that word. So that's definitely something we're keeping an eye on. In terms of Jack having autism, it's definitely something that has been on our mind. And I hope you guys can, Jack, get down, you guys. This is what my kid does, and it scares me half to death. He stands in the window. What are you doing? Hi. Hi, can you say hi? Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, good job. He says hi. So autism is definitely something that was on my mind, but after having about 1.5 months now of therapy sessions, his therapist no longer thinks that autism is what the issue is. She thinks it is just general speech delay because he doesn't show any of the other signs of autism. He does do the hand flapping. However, so did Zoe, so did Piper. And I don't know, she said sometimes kids just do that when they're super excited, and it has no specific indicator of autism just because they do that. He has stopped walking on his tippy toes. He does not do that as much. Yeah, Mama's videoing. He's wiggling the chair, by the way, if you guys are wondering why it looks like there's an earthquake happening. Now he's very curious about the camera. You say cheese? Dad, that's the camera. That's the camera. Say hi. He's gonna smudge it up for me.
Hey.
Hi. Hi. Very good.
Yay!
Yay! You like the camera, don't you? That's pretty neat, huh? Okay. This could be interesting. That's a baby finger. That's another baby finger. Anyway, I'm just gonna talk despite the fact that he's totally poking the screen. This update's about him, right? That's what he's doing right now. Oh, don't touch that part. That'll turn it off. That'll turn it off. So his therapist no longer thinks that autism is an issue. She thinks it is just general speech delay, especially given how quickly he is picking up on speech now that we have been really, really like working with him and delving into it. Hi. Yeah? You say mama? Say mama. He's a very sweet boy. He's very cuddly. I think when you have any children, for instance, Aidan is diagnosed with autism, so I think it makes me hyper aware of certain symptoms and signs, I guess, of autism. So when Jack was developing, when we noticed that he definitely had speech delay and was delayed in a few other areas as well, that was definitely something that like pinged in my brain. Oh my goodness, he maybe has autism. And that's not a bad thing. I don't mean like, oh my gosh, he has autism, it's the end of the world. It would be fine if he did have autism. It's just something that we wanted to get figured out so that we could provide the proper services for him to help him developmentally. But he does have therapy once a week. He does really well with his therapist. He didn't like her at first. He was really standoffish with his therapist for probably the first 3 or 4 sessions. And now he likes her, and I think he gets excited when she is gonna come over. He loves to play with anything that is like little. And right now, these little Sesame Street characters are his absolute favorite toy ever. So he does have a vocabulary right now of about 10 words. Yes. That is still extremely delayed for a 2-year-old. I know that, but it is progress, and we are excited whenever progress is made. So he also does a few signs. He'll do more. He'll do drink. He'll do apple. He'll do oh, what else does he do? He does thank you. I think that's about it. I think those are the only signs he does right now. Don't fall off the couch, Turkey. Another one of the questions that I definitely like that. Go boom! Go boom! One of the questions I definitely saw a good bit is, when are we going to be really getting rid of the pacifier? So I have really struggled with the whole pacifier thing. I think society tells you at like 2 or 2.5 or whatever, they really shouldn't have the pacifier anymore. It's gonna mess up their teeth. They're going to have dental problems. They're going to have emotional instability problems. And the list goes on and on and on. But once I reeled it in and I looked at my child and I looked at our family, and I have been trying to figure out what is best for us, what is best for Jack. We have decided that while yes, I'm so sorry, this video is like the wonkiest ever. He's such a funny little guy. While yes, we are definitely in the process of weaning him off of the pacifier, it's also not something that we're going to push tremendously at this time. He messed up my camera somehow. I don't know what he did. Oh my goodness. So you have to keep in mind, while Jack is delayed, he has speech delay, he's emotionally delayed, it makes sense that he wouldn't be emotionally ready to completely give up the pacifier. That being said, it is something we're working on, but we're not being crazy strict with it. He gets it at nap time, he gets it at bedtime, and then sometimes during the day he'll pick it up and pop it in his mouth for maybe 5 or 10 minutes. But 90% of the daytime hours he doesn't have it, and he doesn't look for it, and he doesn't want it. So we are on the right track to him not having it at all. But as of right now, we're not just plucking it and taking it away, because he's just not ready for it. And that is our opinion, and if you disagree, that's fine, that's awesome, but this is what we're doing and what is best for our kiddo. Okay, so Let's see. How do you keep Jack busy while you homeschool? That's a tough one. It really is challenging when we're homeschooling. Most of the time he's kind of doing what he's doing right now. He's just playing. He's kind of doing his own thing. The biggest issue, as you can see, is he's very loud. He's very, very loud, and this is all day, every day. He's rarely quiet. He's been going through a phase, you can call it the terrible twos, whatever, but he's just been going through a lot of emotional upheavals lately, and I know it comes from lack of communication, because at this point in his life, his thoughts are more formed and clear than what he can voice and communicate to anyone else. So while he is developing normally, mentally, his communication is delayed. So that's very frustrating, and that causes him to have a lot of meltdowns, a lot of temper tantrums. Cow, do you hear him saying cow? He loves animals, that's his favorite. He loves fish. He loves anything in the ocean. He loves water. Water is probably his favorite thing ever. Ish, are you looking for your fish book? My foot's asleep, you guys. Oh my goodness, it's like dead asleep. I'm too old to sit like this, apparently. Uh-oh. How do you think Jack is going to do with the new baby? That's a good question. Honestly, I think there will be a lot of jealousy, and I think there will be a little bit of regression as well. I don't think initially it will go well, and I don't mean that to sound negative. I'm just trying to be really realistic. Having brought home a newborn before, when I had a 2-year-old, that's just how it goes. Jack doesn't understand that mommy is pregnant. Jack doesn't understand that there's a baby coming. So for him, and from his perspective, it's gonna be like overnight, boom, all of a sudden there's this little person in his house that he doesn't know or really want around. So he can't mentally like prepare himself. Oh, there's a baby coming, there's a baby coming. This is how things are going to be. He can't get himself ready. So it's going to be very sudden to him. When she is born. So it'll be hard. It'll definitely be a challenge for sure, 100%. Let's see. What is Jack's favorite toy? Anything little that is like a little figurine, and his, I don't know if he'll let me take it because he's playing with it. And his blow up Benny Bull cow. That is his favorite toy. When will Jack be transferring to a big boy bed? That's kind of undetermined at this time. It's something we're just kind of watching for signs of readiness for. A lot like potty training, we're looking for signs of readiness. So far we have not seen any signs of readiness in terms of potty training, so that's not something we have introduced yet. In terms of a big boy bed, honestly you guys, I'm just gonna be real with y'all. I leave my kids in a crib until whatever point they start crawling out of it. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. I have 5 kids, I'm about to have 6 kids. As long as my children will willingly be contained and safe, I let them be contained and safe. He has crawled out of his bed one time, but it's not consistent. I think that day is coming. How do you turn it on? Oh honey, it may not have battery, sweet boy. I don't think it works. Oh, there it goes. There he goes. I think the day that he will be crawling out consistently is definitely coming, and it's coming quickly. So he will probably, what is happening? Yeah, probably before the baby is born, he will be in a big boy bed, if I had to take a guess, but I don't know that for sure. Let me see. Hold on. I gotta answer other questions. He is very big for his age too, you guys. I don't know exactly how much he weighs, but he's in like the 98th percentile on the growth chart every time we go to the doctor. And when we play with other kids or friends that are his age, he towers over them. He is a big boy. It's kind of in a way hard and not fair, because people treat him older than he actually is. And with his delayed speech as well, it's really, really difficult because people think he's like almost 3 when they look at him and see how big he is, and they don't understand really, in reality, he just turned 2 in May. He hasn't really been 2 that long. Plus he has speech delay. So I think a lot of other parents expect more out of him than what he is able to give right now. So when he's kind of, you know, misbehaving or you know, doing something that maybe an older child wouldn't do any longer, they kind of give me the look like, why is he doing that? But it's because they don't understand that he's actually just turned 2. He is little. He is little, but he's big. Does that make sense? Is Jack a picky eater? I don't think so. No, not in comparison to the way Zoe was as a child at all. He eats fruits and veggies, and he eats a very good variety of food, so I really can't complain about his eating at all. Oh my goodness, his favorite thing is to get really close to my face and go like he's surprised. A? Did it talk to you? What did it say? We have been reading a lot of books. We have been A. Yes, that's an A. Hello. Hello. Oh my goodness. He's so sweet. So we're definitely doing everything we can to improve the speech, and he is improving. I get so many questions about the pacifier. Also, another question with the pacifier is people are very concerned about his teeth right here, and he went to the dentist less than 2 weeks ago, and the dentist is not concerned at all about his teeth. He said his teeth are forming fine, they're coming in great. He said he doesn't use the pacifier enough for it to affect the shape of his teeth. I think what most people are seeing, oh my goodness, most people are seeing that he has a gap between his front 2 teeth, and his teeth kind of do curve inward, I guess, but all of our kids have teeth that are shaped like that. Zoe and Piper have the same gap. Their teeth came in the exact same way, and Piper never even took a pacifier, except for maybe a couple weeks when she was a newborn. Other than that, she never used one. So maybe that's what people are seeing, and I'm also willing to admit that maybe I see Jack every day, and maybe I'm just not recognizing that his teeth are shaped differently because of the pacifier. It's a possibility. I'm not denying that it's not possible, but I tend to go by what his dentist says, and his dentist isn't currently concerned, so I'm not going to be concerned either. What? Yeah, I know, they're playing downstairs. Cow? They're playing downstairs without you. I'm sorry. We're almost done. All right, I'm gonna go on over to Instagram. This is gonna be a really hard video for me to edit. I'm already kind of dreading editing it. What other baby names did you have picked out for Jack? This is gonna be really boring, but we didn't have any because from the minute we knew he was a boy, we knew we wanted to name him after, we've always known if we ever had a boy, we wanted to name him after my husband's grandfather. So his name was kind of already in the stars for us, and that's just what his name always was. It was never anything else. And because of that, I never entertained the thought of other boy names. I just didn't. So his name is Jack Albert. Jack is his great grandpa's name. Albert is his grandpa's name, and Wesley, Jack Albert Wesley, Wesley is my daddy's name. So he kind of just got the whole line of family names, and we did that because we thought Jack was our last little baby, and this was our last chance to name a child after a family namesake. Little did we know, right? Does Jack interact well with Narkeez and Aidan? He does. He interacts very well. He plays with Narkeez a lot better than he plays with Aidan. Honestly, right now he kind of mimics Aidan more than plays with him, and that's normal. But I've noticed, you know how Aidan constantly does the head rock? I'll catch Jack doing that sometimes too. And that's what Jack's therapist said too. She said, keep in mind that Jack could be mimicking a lot of Aidan's autistic behavior. And I think that's true. He definitely does. But, I mean, he's around Aidan all the time. So what do you expect? Of course he's going to mimic him to some extent. How long has Jack been in speech therapy? About a month and a half. Oh, maybe 2 months. No, since July. Since like the end of July. So almost 2 months. Mid to end of July. I'd have to look at my calendar to get an exact date. Does he understand the concept that there's a baby in your belly and he's going to have a sibling? No, not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. That's what I say. It's going to be very sudden and shocking for him when we bring a newborn home. But he'll do good. Cow. Cow. What'd you do with your cow? Did you go poops? See, he can tell me when he went potty or when he's gone potty. And sometimes he'll bring me a diaper and he'll bring me wipes. So we're getting to those signs of readiness for potty training because he has that awareness. So I think Santa is probably going to bring him a potty for Christmas. And we're gonna just dive on in. I'm just gonna just take the plunge. Oh, he also listens very well. I can tell him no and he'll listen. I can tell him to come here and he'll listen. He'll point to things. He will ask for things. He says, drink, only he goes, ink, ink. There's like a gnat happening. What is going on? Is that a book? Oh, thank you. He loves his truck book. It's like the best ever. He loves his truck book. Yeah. You see the wheels? He'll say wheel, wheel, wheel. I think he's trying to poop. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys go. I hope I didn't miss anything. I hope you guys got a pretty good update. Jack is doing awesome. He's improving a lot. He is starting to talk a lot more, which is awesome. So he's doing great. As of right now, we don't see any concerns to think that he does have autism, so that is not really on our radar right now. However, it is definitely something we're going to continue to keep an eye on. He will get an official year 3 evaluation when he turns 3 that will officially determine yay or nay in terms of autism, but we are not really on that track right now. So it's not a definite no, he doesn't have it, but it's right now we think we're in the clear, but we don't know. Uh-oh, what, baby? Did it break? Uh-oh. All right, well, I'm gonna let you guys go. This little guy is ready to go back downstairs and eat dinner. I hope you guys are all doing awesome. Don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe if you're new. And don't forget, you guys, always live to inspire. Bye, guys.